back, Welcome back, DJ Vic Paper with you again. And in this tutorial, we're going to take a look at some audio editing. So what I want to do though is when we look at the audio we have here, we have Apple loops in, and they're a little, I don't know, they're a little sensitive about changes. That's kind of the kind way of putting it. So in order for me to really look at this the way I want to, I'm just going to highlight everything, and I'm going to hit Control B, and it's going to bring up this menu for me to be able to bounce it, and it's going to ask me what I want to name it. Do I want a designation as a new track, mute, and then include audio tail, blah blah blah. I'm just going to kind of leave everything alone. I just want you to see the menu. I'll hit OK, and voila, here is a complete version of what we had up here now as an audio file. So in order for me to go in and kind of fine tune and get into more of a granular approach to how I want to edit it, I just double click it and brings up this menu here, which allows us to kind of see in more detail exactly what we've got going on here. So we've got the track view and we've got the file view. And part of the reason I wanted to go over this tutorial with you is because there's a really, really important difference between the two. The track view, we can go in and edit and move around and do whatever we want. We can bring in the flex tool if we like. I'm going to leave it off for now. But in the file view, this is the more granular visual, kind of really zoomed in look. And whatever we do here, whatever kind of audio changes or editing we decide to do here, it's going to destructively change the actual file. So think of the file edit and manipulation as something that's more permanent to the file. I mean, you could always save this before you did your edit, and then it wouldn't be necessarily destructive. You'd have the original copy. But personally, I just like, when I'm in here, I like to tell myself mentally that this is a destructive area, so I have to be pretty clear about what I want to achieve, because I know it could be destructively changing, or it is destructively changing the original file. So track view, edit right here, and we can also, let me see here, you can audition it. If you click there, you can see you've got some original stuff going on here you can work with. And let me see, flex view, let's see what happens here. All right. Can zoom in there a little bit and zoom out. It's the same view we have up here, because we can use flex tool up here as well. It's just a little bit easier to see it in this menu down here. Let me move this out and kind of show you what I'm talking about. So we've got this guy selected. If I was to see, if I'm trying to zoom in and deal with stuff up here, it's not quite as visual. I mean, you can't really get in there as detailed as you want. So, all right, let's go ahead and move on to the next tutorial and take a look at editing some MIDI, because that's extremely different from what we just learned here with the audio. So, all right, I'll talk to you in the next tutorial.